How about we animate that?
Hi, and welcome to How About We Animate That, the show where I bring things to life through stop-motion animation. I, of course, am David Pagano, back in the studio after the busiest couple of months in history. I just finished a film called Little Guys in Space, which is a highly detailed film that took about 2,528 hours to complete. It was a huge, long, laborious process, but I was also in California to attend Power Morphicon. Now, this is a convention for all things Power Rangers, and it was great to hang out with some new and old friends and connect with the people who've been making those shows for 25 years at this point. And I say those shows because I'm also a big fan of Power Rangers' sister series, VR Troopers. And so I brought this guy on my trip with me. This is a vintage 14-inch Ryan Steele figure from Kenner. And honestly, it's not great for animation. It's only got 4 points of articulation: the neck, the shoulders, and the waist. So while we were in California, we stopped at the Korean Friendship Bell in San Pedro. That's where a lot of the wraparound footage for VR Troopers was shot. If you're familiar with that show, you know that Ryan Steele would travel there at the beginning and ending of each episode to talk about how he missed his dad and what he learned that day and how he missed his dad. Actually that makes this part 2 in our 2-part series. TV shows about young men who get superpowers, travel to alternate dimensions, and miss their dads, only on Fox Kids. Anyway, I stopped by the Korean Friendship Bell with just this figure, a mini tripod, and my cell phone. I didn't have my studio and all my equipment. I had no lights except for the sun, which is not the best. And I didn't have any tools or nothing. I found some good angles just walking around the pavilion and just kind of played around with different poses, seeing what I could do with this super limited figure. Because it was so windy, I ended up having to hold the figure with one hand while I was animating with the other. And also because it was so bright out and the camera was so low to the ground, I couldn't really see what I was doing a bunch of the time. I was basically animating blind. But it was fun, and that was the point. I got to commemorate my trip to Power Morphicon and to California by hanging out with some friends at the location where one of my favorite TV shows was shot and animating a toy. So the next time you're looking for something to do while you're on vacation or chilling out with family and friends, maybe try doing some stop motion. Not everything you make needs to be as complicated as something like Little Guys in Space. Not everything I make needs to be that complicated. Animation can sometimes be more like scrapbooking, a way to celebrate a special occasion or commemorate your trip somewhere.
Dad, you taught me that animation can be a great way to spend time with friends and make new memories. And I know that someday you and I will animate together again. How about we animate that, Dad?